Strong emotion changes how we think, how we react, and what we focus on. And in the moment, it can feel completely justified, completely clear. It feels right, so this must be right. So, why does clear thinking become harder during high emotion? Why do emotions play such a big part in reactions? Emotion naturally narrows attention. It pulls focus towards what feels important in the moment. And the stronger the emotion, the narrower that focus becomes over time, which means less attention goes towards the larger picture. And the bigger picture is what is important. Let's take a closer look at this. High emotion activates reaction. The mind shifts towards protection and immediate response. That response can be useful sometimes, but it also reduces reflection and patience. So thinking becomes faster, but often less complete. And once reaction takes over, clarity becomes harder to maintain because speed increases while reflection decreases. Emotion amplifies your perception. It increases intensity and emotional weight. So, situations begin feeling larger, more immediate, and even more personal, even before full understanding forms. And in emotional moments, the partial understanding can feel complete. And once intensity rises, careful thinking often decreases without awareness. This leads to something that is really important. Over time, emotional reaction can start shaping reality itself, not objective reality, but perceived reality. Because emotion influences interpretation. What may feel true and what gets emphasized. So, reaction begins guiding perception. So, what feels true in the moment can begin overriding what's actually there. And when perception narrows, clarity becomes harder to access. Why does this matter? Understanding this creates awareness, especially in emotional environments, because awareness creates space, a space between feeling and then reaction. And that space, it really does matter because clarity often returns slowly, not instantly. So, what do you do with this information? One of the most useful things you can do during high emotion is to simply slow down, not suppress emotion, but slow the reaction long enough for clarity to return. Even a few extra seconds can change the quality of a response because slower thinking often reveals more information than an immediate reaction. High emotion changes perception. That's part of being human. That's just a part of being a human being. But awareness changes your response, and response changes outcomes. And sometimes clarity begins by slowing down, by taking that step of slowing down the reaction, not to remove any of your emotions, but to see clearly through them.